Well, this is the first film I'm directing, but my process, and it's absolutely right, it depends on the project, because different projects would require different approaches to things. On this particular film, the script, for me, hearing the improvising, getting the script correctly, and then knowing who I wanted to cast. For instance, the guy that plays the comedian in the wheelchair. Well, that is an actual stand-up comedian. And his acting initially was very broad. And I met him several years ago. And I would have him in my backyard with a video camera to bring him down because I liked his quality. Also, I like to then kind of shape the character to the personality that I finally can cast. His particular problem was he was in jeopardy of losing his foot. He did have diabetes, and at the time he couldn't walk when we started to shoot, so I put him in the wheelchair. So you kind of develop a thing, and I got a very, I think, real performance out of his thing. We had a table read at my house with chairs. I always wanted chairs for the character. The Ilya Baskin character wasn't originally written for a Russian immigrant, but I had this different thing that came to me. I like to put the faces together and start to create the ensemble that way. And Peter's face for Lou Fiola, for our manager, came up, and you know, you hear the voice, you hear this, and I remember when we had I wanted Peter, I started to write certain things, and I had an argument with my co-writer one time on a couple of lines, and I said, no, out of Peter Bogdanovich, this line is going to be funny. It's gonna him saying the da 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 da. So it's a subtle thing that you can do sometimes. And then on the set, you don't have time. So as Peter said, sometimes I'm not opposed to giving. I know what I want. You hear a rhythm, and if with Orson Welles, he said, if it sounds right, it's going to look right. But there's a rhythm sometimes when you're preparing this, and you don't have time to coddle and to indulge in everyone's improvisation to get to what you need. And fortunately, if you so sometimes you don't have to give a line reading, but you can give them a rhythm. You know what I mean? Da-da-da-ba-pa-da-o. Say it, ba-da-ba-da-pa-do. But they'll put the words into that kind of so you're not giving them an absolute reading, but they understand the feeling. The case of Eloise de Joria, who plays Catherine, beautiful woman, but there's something in her as a woman that is insecure. Her personality is very sensitive. So to have her be rejected by Chez's character, you can subtly, you know, it's a manipulation. Right now I'm writing a script that I'm going to shoot hopefully in the fall in New York. I've also Riccardo Scamacci. I've spoken to him. I'd like him to play one of the characters. We'll see. But it's about Italian guys, Italians that come to Sicilian guys that come to New York. So I won't go far into that story, but that's what I'm working on now. And then after that, yes, you know, comedy dramedy. You know what I mean? There'll be some comedy dramatica. But and then after that, romantica comedy that I hope to shoot in Rome. That's the third one. Yeah, that's.